You're watching Pyro Media Network. Hello, Pyro Media family. Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. We hope your experience with us is fruitful. While we are loading your experience, please do us a quick favor and hit that like button from whichever platform you're watching or listening on. And we do hope you consider hitting that subscribe or follow button so you can check out more of our amazing content. All right, let's start the show.
What is going on, y'all? I am back with the first episode of Kwame Speaks Live. Listen, y'all, I am in podcast mode. I may sound a little under the weather because I have a little bit of a cold, getting rid of it. So I appreciate you guys for bearing with me. Greetings from the East Coast. What's up, Dr. Holt? Thanks for coming through. Greetings from the East Coast. More snow in the forecast here, and we believe God, so we can be off of work. I don't understand why. Like, that's one thing that I never liked about the East Coast. Like, it could be a hailstorm. It could be like an entire blizzard, and we still had to go to school. It was a hot mess. A hot mess. I remember that going to school. I remember me and my little brother and my sister, we walking through the snow with my mom, trying to get to school, only to be told, turn around, that the school is closed. Child, it was a mess. Who is it that on the pic? That's me. Don't be playing the. You know what? I'm tired of you, Dr. Holt. It's too early for this. Anywho, I'm drinking my turmeric and ginger and lemon tea. Shout out to, who is this? Well, actually, I'm not going to say who they are because they haven't given me a check. So if you want to sponsor us, you're more than welcome to. But I just have a couple of things that I wanted to talk about to close out the week. I usually do a Pyro Power Hour, but I wanted to just kind of chill out on Fridays. And I think that Kwame Speaks Live is more of a chill vibe. It's not so structured and all that stuff or whatever. So, but yeah, let's get into some of these topics today because I want to talk about it. And if you're watching on the replay, thank you so much for tuning on in. And if you're joining us just now, make sure you hit that like button, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so, so we can enjoy this conversation together. All right, praise Jesus. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into some stuff here. First off, okay, there we go. First off, let's talk about Nancy Mace. Nancy Mace is. I never thought that I would find someone that would be more annoying than Marjorie Taylor Greene. I never thought in a million years. I honestly thought that Marjorie Taylor Greene was the epitome of Karen, was the epitome of annoyance. But it looks like Nancy Mace has really really vied for that position. So good job on you, girl. So this thing that is Nancy May. She used to be really for LGBTQI plus rights, and was a big advocate for LGBTQ plus community. And for some reason, I wonder what that reason was. But for some reason, she seems to be vying. Hey, Michaela, what's up, boo? How you doing? Happy Friday to you guys. Um, for some reason, she has, jumped on the Trump train and really has gone hard, specifically, not just with the LBG and the other letters, but specifically the T in the community, the trans community. She is really, really went on another level. Like, she is gunning for the trans community, and it is shocking. It is wild. It is unnecessary. It sounds crackish almost a little bit. But she's made it into the headlines recently. Jasmine was going to yeah, we're gonna get to that. She made it recently in the headlines this week because she got into it with Representative Jasmine Crockett. Shout out to Representative Jasmine Crockett, because she is that girl. She's been getting these girls together since she's got in, and I'm just really proud of her. She is a part of the Delta Sigma Theta Incorporated. They had their Founders Day, I believe, this Monday, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of the sororities of the Divine Line had their Founders Day this week. I believe the AKAs was Wednesday, and I believe the Zetas was yesterday. So shout out to the Divine Line and the sororities of the Divine Line. We appreciate all that you do. But back to Jasmine Crockett, that is this queen here, ripping her a new one. Okay, so Jasmine, they were having a conversation. I don't even know. I think it was another bill, and it had nothing to do with the LGBTQI plus community or nothing. And so she just, of course, went into that direction as she normally does, Nancy Mace. And then she went off because Jasmine was responding to her. Let's take a look at it for those who may not have seen the viral clip. Take a look.
Somebody's campaign coffers really are struggling right now. So she gonna keep saying trans, so that people will feel threatened. And child, listen, I want y'all to tell me whether or
Do
not
call me a child. I am no child.
I want
Don't
to
even
find
start.
out
I am a grown
which
woman.
of those
I'm 47 years
emails
old. I have broken
actually
more
have.
glass ceilings than you
Chairman,
ever
I
have
am
in my
reclaiming my
life.
time.
You will not do that. I
Order.
am not a child.
I am reclaiming my time.
If you want to take it outside,
Mr. Chairman, the committee is not
Okay.
in order.
Order.
Point of order. Point of order.
Order.
Who are you talking to, girl? Nancy, girl, who are you talking to? Did you just say that you were going to, that we could handle this outside, girl? Do you want to go outside? Did you just threaten Jasmine Crockett? Are you out of your mind? Girl, Jasmine Crockett, let me tell you something, girl. I don't know what martial arts you know, or if you have any self-defense training, but Jasmine's from the streets, girl. You don't want those type of problems. You don't want that smoke, girl. I really don't think you ready for that. I really don't. And I don't know what type of yoga you do or Pilates, girl. It don't matter. You're not ready for them type of pause. All right? That's number one. Number two, who are you talking to? And in all seriousness, did she say take outside? Yeah, girl, she did. Dr. Ho says Jasmine should have pressed charges for that threat. Listen, I think what Jasmine did after the fact, because Jasmine is a phenomenal marketer. She is really smart about public relations and PR. It's something that I've noticed, and if she doesn't make a T-shirt out of this, I don't know. That would be a missed opportunity. But furthermore, what I think is a bigger issue, and why I think that this was all bull, is because Nancy Mace is from the South as well. Okay, it is a colloquialism Everybody knows. Even I even was watching The View the other day when this popped off, and even Sarah Haynes was like, "We all know what child means." She didn't say child. She said child, CHILE. Okay, we know as a colloquialism within the Black community what that means. Okay, she wasn't calling you a child, even though you acted like a child at that point in time. And so it leads me to believe, with your knowledge of everything that was going on, it leads me to believe that you were using this as a moment to get um, clout, to have Jasmine Crockett's name on the headline, so that way you can be so you can have the publicity towards you, because who are you? Why are you? What are you? Anyway, good luck, Nancy. Because I feel like your days are numbered. I really do. I think you're really trying hard to keep it together. I think you're really trying hard to get into to stay where you at. Enjoy the time that you have, boo. Anyway, Wendy Williams. Now, there's been a lot going on recently with Wendy Williams. She did. I was actually. I watched the Breakfast Club interview that she had. It was kind of almost out of nowhere, actually. And I was gonna play it. I really don't have a lot of time to do that. So I don't know. We'll see. We can listen to a little bit. What does Michaela say? Even though it was true, and she was she acted like she was act like a child. Jasmine would have said ooh wah ooh, and the Deltas would call. Yeah, she would have got jumped. Nancy, go sit down. But anyway, Wendy Williams randomly came out of nowhere. Wendy Williams was being interviewed on The Breakfast Club, and so and then also she was being interviewed by Don Lemon. I actually watched both interviews. I will say that I enjoyed the Breakfast Club interview a little bit more, because I felt like she was a little bit more in depth. I believe that Don Lemon was asking some questions that was interesting to me, because he's a journalist. That's what he does. Some people had issue with his questions. Because they were trying to, he was pressing Wendy to answer questions when Wendy was trying to have her niece speak for her, because I believe that she can't say stuff legally. But Don Lemon was pressing Wendy to answer those questions. So I don't know how some people, felt kind of weirded out about that. I don't know. I felt like Don Lemon did what he was supposed to do. Like that's his job. He's a journalist, and sometimes you have to hear from the horse's mouth. But it probably would have been better if Wendy would have said, "You know what? Hey, I can't legally speak on this, or I can't legally say her name, or whatever the situation for legal purposes." That probably would have been better. But I don't know how prepped she was for this. I don't know if she could even trust her team to say anything, because she's surrounded by people. Allegedly, she's surrounded by people who have her don't have her best interest in mind. So I don't know. I saw a lot in the Wendy Williams interview with Charlamagne and the Breakfast Crew Club, or the Breakfast Club crew, and it was very telling. It was very interesting. I don't know what to believe, y'all. I really don't. I saw the documentary. For those who have not seen the documentary that was on A&E, I saw that, and it was really sad. Something was going on. There's rumors on TikTok and other rumors on IG, just on social media, period, that that she was possibly drugged, allegedly. Again, these are all rumors. Like I'm not saying here nor there, so don't come over here and sue me. Okay, save your lawsuits for someone else. People have tried and failed, so save it for someone else. But I don't know. I don't know what to make of it all. I don't know. And then the lawyer came out. The lawyer that is representing Wendy for the A&E lawsuit, or lifetime lawsuit, or whatever. She said that that Wendy has dementia, and that she has good days and bad days, and that was just one of her good days. Charlemagne the God stated that he has been speaking to Wendy for the past 2 weeks and almost every day. Obviously, you know, it hasn't been all day every day, but you know, it's been um, it's been conversations. It's been conversations, you know, that he feels that she's been in her right mind. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. When I saw the conservator, the Guardian for the conservatorship, it gave me pause. This is the Guardian, the Sabrina Morrissey, if that's how you pronounce it. Forgive me for mispronouncing the last name. It gave me concern because, you know, huh. But you know, like stuff like this, you know, has happened. I don't know. I don't understand how and this is the same conversation that we had, you know, that people had about Britney Spears. You know, why was she put under a conservatorship? You know, did she have a mental break? Maybe Wendy had some type of moment at that time. But I do think that you should not have to stay. You should be evaluated on a yearly basis to see if you should stay on a conservatorship. You know, maybe at the time that that it was brought in, that she needed to have a conservatorship. Maybe at the time, that the judge, you know, they did an evaluation of maybe because she was going through a lot. She was going through a divorce. She was on drugs, and you know, allegedly all these different things. She was going through a lot, you know, of different things. But my thing is that why does she have to stay on a conservatorship if she's showing signs of cognitive, you know, that she's not having cognitive delays or cognitive issues? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't understand. I don't know why she doesn't have access to her money. She can't go to the store. Allegedly, this is what she's saying. This is based off of what Wendy Williams is saying. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. And I pray that we figure it out soon. But I do think that we should have a conversation on it, because at one point, you know, when Britney Spears was, I think was she released from her conservatorship? I believe that she was. But then Britney Spears started doing IG videos dancing in like bikinis and things, and people were like twirling. Like, what are you doing, girl? Like, I don't know. Something's off. Something's off with Brit. I don't know. Love her, mean it. You know, she was the queen of pop, you know, at the time, or the princess of pop at the time. You know, whatever. You know, I don't know. Michaela says she probably did need a conservatorship, but she probably needed somebody that she could trust. I don't even think she knows this lady. Well, conservatorships, how that works is that you get a court appointed conservatorship or a guardian. It's not usually somebody that you know, and that's usually to protect the person. It's kind of like what happens with kids if you get a guardian ad litem. The guardian is there to be the advocate of that child, especially in parental custody battles and stuff of that matter, because you know the parents could, you know, one or both of the parents can be trying to sway the child one way or the other. So you have a guardian ad litem that is appointed to do that. The same thing is with the conservatorship. You have a guardian that is appointed, that is a neutral party. But we don't know, because there's rumors that the judge was paid by, you know, or donate. There's lots of rumors going on. There's concerns, and so I just wish that there would be some type of investigation on these things, and some type of conversation on these things, because I can't see her not being able to live her life the way she wants to live, and allegedly she's not going to be able to go to her father's birthday party. That's weird. So if these things are true, we need to do some investigation on it. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a doctor, so I cannot speak on the legalities of these things. I can't speak on her mental health, and really her actual doctor wouldn't be able to speak on it anyway because of HIPAA laws. But and if she's under a conservatorship, she's not able to release that information. So I don't know what's going on. It's it's a really strange and scary situation. So I just say pray for her, and I pray that people will look and figure out what's going on. Yeah, I don't know. I just pray. I pray that people will look into what's going on to see if it's something that we can figure out. So and if a conservatorship is still needed. So yeah, so that's that. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll be right back, and then I will get into some things here. Wait, do I have this? Yeah, yeah. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. That was a quick break. So, all right. I guess I didn't load up all the commercials. But anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying it. So make sure you guys hit that like button, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And hit that Cash App if you feel so inclined to do so. Kwame C86 if you're listening in. All right, let's go ahead and get into the last story of the day, you guys. For the top 3 trends right now. Let's talk about TikTok. Now I know it's for whatever reason it's been on the in the headlines for whatever reason. We had some interesting developments this morning, but apparently the TikTok has been I believe the House and then the Senate voted to ban TikTok, and where the parent company ByteDance either divest their interest within of TikTok to an American-owned company, and then or they are banned from the United States from being accessed into the United States. So that means that Google and Apple would not be able to hold their app within the app stores, and they wouldn't be able to host them rather in the app stores, and they would not be able to have any type of updates and uploads, essentially having the app degrade over time if that's the case. So there's been a lot going on. There's been a lot of conversation. I know, right? That was quick. There was a lot of conversation, but let's go ahead and check out what's going on real quick with TikTok and get a quick for those who may not know. Take a look.
This morning, time running out for TikTok fans. The app appears to be on track to be banned in the U.S. this Sunday. The Supreme Court yesterday passed up a chance to intervene, and Arkansas Senator Tom Cotton has now blocked an attempt by Democrats to postpone the ban, saying there will be no extensions, no concessions, and no compromises for TikTok. Cotton citing national security concerns due to the app's Chinese owner.
Guys, it's official. TikTok will be getting banned.
A law passed by Congress last year requires TikTok's parent company ByteDance to find a buyer not controlled by a foreign adversary. But with no sale apparently imminent, Reuters reports TikTok is preparing to shut down U.S. operations, saying users attempting to open the app will see a pop-up message directing them to a website with information about the ban. There could be one last hope for TikTok fans. President-elect Trump, who takes office Monday, is reportedly considering an executive order that would give TikTok's owner up to 90 more days to find a buyer. The New York Times reports TikTok CEO plans to attend Trump's inauguration. Trump's nominee for Attorney General on Capitol Hill yesterday declined to say whether the Justice Department would enforce the ban.
Will you commit to enforce that law on your first day when you are if you are confirmed?
Senator, as I discussed with you during our meeting, that is pending litigation within the Department of Justice.
Well, it's pending litigation, but will you enforce that law?
I can't discuss pending litigation.
Well, the Supreme Court still has time to intervene, although it's not looking likely right now. Meanwhile, many TikTok users turning to other apps like Red Note. That's also an app that's owned by China, but social media content providers also have thought diversifying to Instagram, Facebook, other platforms as well.
We'll see if there's a 11th hour save.
Mm-hmm.
So there is no 11th hour save because this morning she can't discuss it, girl. Right, she can't discuss it. There is no 11th hour save because of the fact that TikTok, the Supreme Court ruled that they're going to uphold the TikTok ban this morning. So that means that they have until Sunday to either divest or what have you. Now, as far as what they had just discussed in terms of Pam Bundy or y'all's upcoming president-elect Trump figuring out whether or not they're going to enforce the rules or not, it doesn't matter, because whether they enforce it, quote unquote, doesn't stop Google or Apple from being held liable from any future thing. So it would behoove Google and Apple to not fall into that trap and not even risk that. So they could still be fined and later on. So it's not even I don't even know why that was a question. Now, I will say this, because for those who don't know, I have a pretty large following on TikTok. I personally will not be going to Red Note. I don't, or I think the other one that they have is Lemonade, which is also well, I'm going to look into Lemonade a little more. That's a little different, but I'm not going to go to Red Note. Red Note is a Chinese-owned company. It is or app. It is directly under the Chinese control, and I just won't do that. And as much issues as we have in this country, as many things that we need to work on in this country. I was born an American. I'm still an American, and my ancestors fought to give me the rights that I have, and I also fought for this country. So I'm not going to ever do anything that's going to go against American interests. I do understand that it's a national security alert. Some people are saying, well, Facebook and Twitter, formerly known or now known as X, Instagram, all these other apps, they take our information and they analyze it, they scan things. Yeah, but they're American-owned companies, so if they have American interests at heart, right? And so at the end of the day, it's to me, it's kind of like you pick the devil that you know. You stick with the devil that you know, and that's just how I feel with it. And I refuse to go to Red Note. I'm not going to go further into I was already concerned about TikTok as it was when these national security concerns were brought up. But I didn't feel like it was enough of a national security problem to where I didn't need to to not be on it. Additionally, I think that TikTok, if this was a national security issue, TikTok did, or China did what it needed to do through TikTok by getting Americans to go over to their other app. So I don't understand why we did this, why this was a major issue, because personally, you could have handled it a different way. And furthermore, let me say this, because one of the issues that I have with this conversation, with everything on as far as like TikTok is concerned, is at the end of the day, y'all had an opportunity as a country, as innovative as we are, as Silicon Valley and all these other tech companies, y'all had an opportunity to either enhance IG or enhance Facebook or enhance X, to make it more user friendly, to make it more to make the algorithm more user friendly and more appealing to smaller content creators and smaller influencers, and not just because what has happened is that and one of the arguments that has happened with the United States is that the top 1% is getting the benefits of everything, right? And so we're also seeing the top 1% of the social media influencers and content creators get the benefits of everything, whereas you have other up and coming influencers and content creators trying to get up there, and they couldn't because you had the Kim Kardashians and you had the other influencers out there to get into that space, and there was no room to grow. There was, unless you had like a lot of money, there was no room to get in there, to get into that space. And so it's frustrating because it's like TikTok was allowing you to be able to get your messaging out there, to communicate in a broader space, and their algorithm is just more advanced, right? Because it wasn't controlled. And I think that that's something that if you want people, specifically Americans, to flock to IG, you want people to flock to YouTube Shorts and all these other things, make the algorithm better, make the technology better. TikTok's production technology is very advanced. IG's is super limited. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't do a lot. Excuse me. You can't do a lot on IG as much as you can do on TikTok. You know, it's just you just can't. I make most of my videos on TikTok, and then I share it out to IG or to everywhere else. Now I do a lot of my reels and stuff. On production, like actual production apps like Adobe Premiere and stuff like that or whatever. But before, like, it was just easier to make a quick video on TikTok because it's just easier to do so. And so my thing is that if you want those things to happen, if you want us to be more, to use your product more, make the product better. And I feel like IG specifically had an opportunity when TikTok, before TikTok even came into existence, IG had an opportunity to really be that next TikTok, to be the reigning champs. But they got comfortable because they were being backed by Meta. You know, and it's like, oh well, we don't need to get any better. We're cool. And then when questions were being brought up, like, you know, like especially when they made the shift of the switching the algorithm to make it more of a video app, and making more video content, they didn't listen to us. And then on top of that, Facebook and Instagram are always breaking down. Why are you guys always having breakdowns? Y'all have more breakdowns than J-Lo's marriages. Sorry, J-Lo. But my point is that, like, it's just unnecessary, and I don't understand. If you want certain things to happen, if you want things to grow, you should just allow that space to do it. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just thinking too much. Maybe I'm just thinking too deep into it. But I just feel like this could have been prevented, in my personal opinion. It's just me. You know, but yeah, that's the top 3 that I got for you guys. I don't have anything else. What are your thoughts on it? And if you're watching the replay, I would love to hear your thoughts. Make sure you put it in the comments below, and let me know what you guys think of everything. But yeah, what are we gonna do now? You know, what's gonna happen now? I want to know how Nancy Mace is going to navigate those situations, as far as, like, you know, what you know. Is she gonna grow up, or is she gonna be the child that she thought that Jasmine Crocker was gonna be? You know, and what's happening with Wendy? Like, what's the next steps for Wendy? Are we going to get her conservatorship removed, or is it going to be we're going to have as much energy as we have for Britney Spears that we do for or as much energy as we have for Britney Spears? Are we going to put that same energy into trying to free Wendy? You know, is that going to be the same? And what's going to happen with TikTok? You know, are we going to have another app? Because, you know, I just feel like there's always going to be something new, right? What's going to be the next TikTok? You know, are we going to have a saving grace at the end of the day? But we don't know, because 2025, people have predictions. I don't know what the hell's going to happen with 2025. I don't know what's going to happen with this government. I just don't know. So we'll find out. We'll see how it goes. But until then, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to try to get rid of this cold because I have a birthday on Sunday, and I'm going away for the weekend, and I'm looking forward to hanging out with my dude and just have a good time. And so I'm going to celebrate my last year as in my 30s. So yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. But yes, I love you guys. I hope you guys had a good time. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, stay blessed. Oh, before I go, I want to leave you with something, because I saw this and I thought it was just absolutely astounding. So I want to leave you with this before I go, and then we'll head on out. So I hope this gives you some motivation for the day and for the weekend. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday. We're off on Mondays. I may drop in on Monday just to kind of check in on Kwame Speaks, but we're off on the network's off pretty much on Mondays now moving forward for 2025. Because you know what? Self-care. All right. So we'll see you guys on the next one. But check this out, and I hope you guys have a blessed day and a blessed weekend. Stay safe, stay stress-free, and stay blessed. Bye, y'all.
Hello there. You all right? I know that you're not. I wanted to take a moment to remind you that it's okay for you not to be all right. Okay? You ain't gonna get no award for suffering silently, telling everybody you okay. It's okay not to be all right. A lot of things have happened. Okay? But there's also someone else out there that I'm talking to who you're not okay because you feel like someone or people who could help you are not. And let's talk about it. Okay? I want you to hear me well. This is an example that God put in my spirit. This past week in LA, we all know that fires came through and changed so many people's lives. But in particular, there were homes literally on the beach in front of the ocean that burned to the ground. Literally fires blazing, houses burned to the ground in front of one of the largest bodies of water in the world. And the ocean watched. And I remember seeing something on maybe Twitter or somewhere where people were like, honey, how the ocean just watched the fires? Like all that water, and it just burned down like houses on the beach. And it made me think that's how you feel, right? That people can see you burning, that you're on fire, you are crumbling, and they are watching and they're not helping. But I thought about the ocean. The ocean had no control over the fire. Sometimes we are expecting too much out of people. We think they have more control than they really do. We think they can offer more help than they really can. Do you understand that? But here comes a part I want you to realize. Within days, firefighters, right, were using planes to get water from the ocean to put out the fires. You understand that? Sometimes the people that you think can help you, they need help in order to help you. And you're not giving them grace. You're not taking into consideration what they may be going through and why they can't help you. Maybe they have reached their limit and they need some assistance in order to help you. So let's all be a little bit more compassionate. Let's all take a little bit of time to really think. Sometimes it's easy to only think of ourselves and what we're going through. But sometimes the reason that folk ain't helping you is because they need help in order to help you. Okay? So next time you start to feel a certain way about somebody, think about the ocean, watching houses burn down when it's water. It's water. It needed help from the planes that come down and grab water and then help put the fire out. Okay? That's it. But it's going to be all right. But the first step in things getting better is for you to tell the truth that you're not okay. All right? That's it. I hope this helps. I love you. And I want you to try your best to have a good night. And tomorrow, have a good day. But even if you can't have a good one, don't you dare go messing up nobody else's. I'll talk to y'all later. Good night.
Thank you for watching Pyro Media Network. For more information, please visit pyromedianetwork.com.